Hello. Let's get into the hair real quick though. It is black. I dyed it. Look at it. Just the curls, just giving. I feel like this is my hairstyle for real. Like, it fits my face. Let me do a 360. Is it stiff? I'll see when I edit it, but period. I want to do my makeup just to do my makeup. It's 10 something at night, but I'm so bored. So let's just talk about things, and I'm gonna see if I actually want to do my makeup. So, what is like having autism as an adult? It is rough because autistic people are very gullible, in my experience. This is a disclaimer. I'm only talking about me. I know y'all gonna get in. I don't want to hear nothing else, honestly. This is my experience as an autistic person. It's difficult because sometimes I can be like gullible to people, like not notice they have bad intentions until it's too late, because I don't know. I don't know what it is. And I don't understand sarcasm and jokes and just all of this unless it's like apparent, very obvious that you're trying to make a joke. And I think people who make too many jokes are immature. Yeah, it makes me just, every autistic person has things that they really like. Mine is Legos and philosophy and spirituality and writing and stuff. But mainly like most autistic people, if you watch Love on the Spectrum, they always have special interests, like physical, tangible things, and mine is Legos. When I was watching that show, one of the people on there liked to collect stuffed animals. One of them liked to collect swords and knives and daggers. One of them liked to collect rocks and stones and stuff. So that's one thing about that. When it comes down to relationships and stuff, I'm very empathetic. So I don't like mean people. I don't like rude people. I don't like feeling like confused. I don't like the lack of communication or anything like that. So it's hard for me to deal with people who don't communicate like I do, which is just open and honest. You know what I'm saying? If I would say, if you're autistic, don't deal with nobody with an avoidant attachment style, unless you got an avoidant attachment style, which is still not going to work. So you just need to fix your avoidant attachment style, because they don't like to, they pull away from you. They don't, every time you build a connection with them, they are pulling away. And that's all I attract is fucking avoidance all the time. And it's just irritating, because it's just like, if you're not ready to be in a relationship, you're always pushing somebody away, you should not be with nobody. You need to stay away from the general public, okay? You need to be in somebody's X-rated chat or something trying to get some validation, because dealing with real people with real feelings, they just go around breaking people's heart. Break. So, yeah. Another thing about being autistic, I don't like bright lights. This, I know it looked like it's bright light in here, but it's really dim in here. Like, I guess it's a certain type of light maybe, but the light in here, because these are the only lights and they're not both directly facing me, and all the other lights in here are pretty much off, I feel like that is a good balance. But a huge, big light, I can't deal with that. So like it's just sensory issues, basically. Just being like very sensitive to light and sounds. And I'm always very scared and paranoid. And this is an autistic thing. You know what? If you have some type of issue, mental disorder or something, you need to go on TikTok and watch other people who have this, because whatever you have, because it makes you feel so much not alone anymore and more validated when other people have what you have and they're experiencing the same things as you, because I thought it was so weird that I always felt like I was being watched. I always felt like I was being watched every day, all day. And when I went on TikTok and watched other women specifically with autism, they share that same thing. So I'm like, okay, this is normal. I'm not a fucking schizophrenic or something. Not to say anything's wrong with that, but that's not me. Another thing, I say things to people that I don't think that is wrong, but other people think that it's wrong. So I really have to watch what I say to people, because I have good intentions and I don't be trying to bully people, but sometimes I do say things that are not socially acceptable. And that's another thing with autism, not understanding social cues and basically like body language and social norms and stuff like that. And in my experience, it's not something that you can learn. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you don't get it. I can study a book on facial features and stuff like that, but the thing about it is everybody's different. So it doesn't matter how much you study textbook body language, everybody is going to be different unless it's subconscious traits that they don't even know that they have and they can't control. So that's that. I just feel like when I was younger, this is also something other women have experienced. When I was younger, I was very mature for my age, which I still am, but I was adultified as a youth. Now, I just feel like, I'm not saying like a baby, but I kind of like to feel like a, not like a wham, but like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't like to feel like I gotta do everything. I gotta explain things. It's just, I'm very spiritual and autistic. So these two combined is just craziness, because I feel like every day I'm getting older, but in a significant way, I'm learning more things about myself. I'm constantly evolving every day. So I have less and less patience for a whole bunch of things, and I'm easily irritated by people. And because of that, I feel like if I always have to do everything, I always have to explain things to people in depth, I'm not going to say I think everybody is stupider than me, but it just seemed like I'm constantly attracting dummies. And because of that, I just like to, I'm not saying be in my soft girl era, like feminine energy bullshit. I'm just saying that, like, I just want to feel like I don't constantly have to be putting somebody else on and be teaching somebody else something, be doing more than I have to. I just want to relax. That's the thing. And, you know, that brings me to my next point. As an autistic person, I have a social battery. And I know other people feel this, whatever, but on an autistic level, I start to feel physical pain when I'm even awake for too long, because you have to mask when you're autistic, because you don't want people to see some of your autistic traits, because I used to really get bullied bad for these traits, and I got a late diagnosis. I got a diagnosis when I was 18. So all my life, I'm looking back at my life and I'm thinking, you know, that people were making fun of me because I'm autistic. They didn't know, and I didn't know. But all of these things that make me quirky or weird or different or unique, whatever, or special, all these fucking labels that they put on me all my life, I was being made fun of for those things. So I became hyper aware of those traits, and I masked them a lot. Another thing is stimming. Stimming is just like always just doing something, you feel me? Like just fidgeting all the time. But back to what I was saying about the social battery thing. Even when I'm alone, I have to take a nap every day. I be so exhausted because it takes a lot more emotional and physical energy for me to live my everyday life than it does for a neurotypical person. So yeah, especially when I'm out in public, so many energies. Plus, me being very spiritual, I'm very susceptible to other people's energy in so many moving parts and so many things going on at once. I don't have social anxiety or nothing, but I just get, I say it's irritated, but I just don't overwhelmed. It's just like, why can't these person just do what I want them to do? Like, why do you have to be an idiot every day? That's what I be thinking. Like, just dumb things that, like, you have to deal with being in a world full of other people, basically. And I guess it's half and half. I don't have a lot of people in my life, in my close circle, because of me and because of other people, not just accepting me. But my thing of it, because I can't speak for other people, I can't notice if somebody wants to be friends with me. And I'll literally ask, do you want to be friends? And people are telling me, oh, you're not supposed to do that. You're just supposed to let it flow naturally. But I'm a straight shooter. I'm very direct and honest. Like, do you want to be friends? Do you want, like, I just don't understand, like, why everything has to go unsaid. I like to just get everything out in the open, just direct and consistent and efficient communication. So I don't really understand, that go back to the social cues, I really don't understand how to build friendships, I guess. I know how to be a good friend, but I don't know how to get from strangers to associates to friends. This gap right here. And plus, people, as time progresses, are so weird, always very secretive, and just I'm an open book, but people just like, oh, they don't ever want to hang out. They never want to do nothing. Maybe that's just my experience with people, but it's just like, I don't know. It's always been hard for me my entire life to, like, make friends. And I guess it's just because I have these personality traits that I cannot help. So I just be in isolation because I find, like, this, how do you say? Flakiness to be so annoying, and it makes me dislike a person. Like, if you want to be friends with somebody, why do you go days, weeks without talking to them? It doesn't make sense to me. Or, like, if you want to be friends with somebody, why don't you ever want to make plans with them? But you constantly, like, when you are talking to them, it seems very nice. But when you're not talking to them, there's nothing there. So it's just, I don't like inconsistent things. So that brings me to, how do I say? I don't like unnecessariness. Why? You ever met somebody who says a whole bunch of fucking nothing? You're talking to them, and I think it's a psychology trick or a manipulation trick. The more words that you use, the more information somebody thinks that they're getting. And they're just constantly talking in circles and circles, never getting to the point, never finding a solution. That shit irritates me so bad. Everything has to have a purpose in my mind. Why am I having pointless conversations with people? If we started out the conversation trying to come to a solution, why at the end of the conversation there's no solution? I've been asking you. I've been proposing different ideas. You don't want to come up with no solutions. You don't have nothing to say. Why are you talking to me? Does it make sense? No, I don't like wasting time. Why do we waste time with the bullshit? Get to the point. You know why I'm here. I know why I'm here. We here. So I just don't like a whole bunch of just back and forth. Like, why? I don't understand, especially dealing with adults. I didn't realize. Growing up, I thought, oh, it's just because these people are kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm a kid. We're both kids. So that's understandable. You don't know how to communicate yet. I'm talking to people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, still having these issues. Are you brain damaged? Why can't you have an adult conversation? Why are you running from effective communication? I'm confused. So that's another reason why I feel like I don't like to keep nobody in my life, because if you're gonna act like that, there's no point of us knowing each other, really. And another thing, I don't know if this is autism or this is just me with all of these things, actually, but I just know what it's like being me, being depressed, PTSD, anxiety, spirituality, and autism. So it could be a combination of all of them or just one. If you're not bringing value to my life, there is no point of you being here. Why am I talking to you about a whole bunch of nothing? I just feel a lot of people just want me in their life for selfish reasons. They just like I've been told like a lot. I like your energy. I like having you around, but they don't want to bring nothing to the table. I don't understand this. If you don't plan on adding value to somebody else, whether it's intangible or tangible, you need to separate yourself from that person. I don't understand this. And people say transactional. Life is transactional. You get something, you give something. Even biology, people are so dumb, stupid, and slow that they don't understand. When you breathe out carbon dioxide into the atmosphere for the plants, oxygen that the plants give back, is that not transactional? You get something, you give something. They say, oh, you want a transactional relationship. Why are people so happy and content with being useless? That's the question for me. That is my question. Why are you so happy bringing nothing to the table? That is my question. Why do you want somebody to love you for the you? Who are you? Useless bum? Oh. Okay, so I think that's all of the things that I can think of right now. Honestly, yeah. Yes, so that's my life as an autistic woman. If I think of anything else, I will do a part 2. See you guys later.